Welcome to another episode of Wall Watch, where we actually see how women respond to hitting the wall. Now, this clip I actually got from the Anthony Spade channel. I couldn't resist it when I seen this woman speak, and I just couldn't resist. I had to put her on the show. Now, trigger alert, fellas, trigger alert. But before we get into this video, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Not end at 30 years old. It's socially constructed by losers. So you rush into relationships and marriages and you fall victim to being with a man you don't really want to be with, because when your brain's more fully developed, I promise you, the man you're into at 23, 24, you're not gonna like in your 30s. Stop letting outside noise convince you need to have children and a husband by 30 years old or you failed at life. That is not real. Of course, men want to tell you that when you're young because you're more impressionable. You're easily manipulated when you're younger. When you're 23 years old, a man's going to be in your ear talking about, you need to make a decision so you're not alone and die alone at 30. Like, that's just not going to fucking happen. Choose wisely, because who you choose to be your life partner and who you choose to have a child with is forever.
Wow. Okay, so ladies, listen, your life is not over, but it's at the beginning of it being over. I want you guys to understand this really clear and simple. Now, the reason I'm putting this woman on Wall Watch is because she does not sound like she's full of life. Right, when it comes to a woman hitting certain ages, like, she starts to lose energy as well. For instance, when a woman is in her 20s, right, she's like egotistical, like she's really prideful, meaning she's in party mode. When she gets into her 30s, she's starting now to get serious because she's starting to see gray hairs, the hair starting to thin, it's starting to fall out, right? So she's starting to be introduced to mortality, right? There was a point in time during her 20s where she just thought she was going to be young and beautiful forever. But then when she hits her 40s, oh my gosh, that woman is serious. She seriously wants to settle down. See, in her 30s, she kind of playing around with the thought of it, but it's like, maybe not. Now, I want to give you guys this amazing analogy. Athletes have to retire at some point in time. Jordan, Kobe, next is LeBron. Listen, at some point in time, LeBron James is going to have to retire. So this is exactly what we're looking at here when this woman is speaking. I'm saying this because she clearly got distracted by the losers. When it comes to life is about making it across the finish line, right? Making it across that, making it to the end of the game. Now, what happens during the game is you have people that have potential to make it to the end of the race, and then you have people who will not finish. So here's a very important question. Who is going to make it to the finish line, and when are they going to make it to the finish line? Are they going to make it to the finish line early, late, or never? Right? It sounds like this woman continuously chose the guy that was never going to make it to the end of the finish line, or that guy had no intention of taking her to the finish line with him. See, men, we're functioning on potential, right? So this is why you see women who want the men in the top percentage of earners, because in their minds they feel like, okay, well, at least if he's making a lot of money, whether he's making it young or whether he's making it old, that means he's probably going to make it to the finish line, and I had to do absolutely nothing. That's what they're thinking, because some women actually jump on that bandwagon and they're successful. So some women are looking at that and saying, oh, hell nah. I had to go through the mud with this dude. I had to just like really be there for him and help him and pick him up and do this for him and do that for him, not realizing that That's why the men was gaming her up in the first place. This is why men were talking to her in the first place, because we're territorial, right? Like, we want our woman and we want her to ourselves. For some reason, women don't understand that until they get the man that they think they want, right? Now, I'm saying that because women forget that they're competing against other women. In their minds, they're thinking that they're competing with men. This is why they continuously talk like this. Now, men understand we're in competition with other men, or we're in competition with ourselves. Whatever we have to do, or whatever mindset we need to actually continue to push forward every single day, that's what gets us going. For instance, me, I say I compete with myself because I need to be better than I was yesterday. I need to be better than I was last year. Everything in my past, I need to be better than. I need to be making better decisions. This woman is sabotaging other women. And this is real common, right? Because women are starting to understand or realize that it's way more of them. So if they can stop the next woman from actually making it to her finish line, I think it actually makes them feel better, right? Because they put so many stumbling blocks in front of each other. It is crazy. Like, sometimes I can't believe the things that come out of women's mouths, right?
Just being a good man is enough.
I'm a relationship girl, but I wanted to be a hoe.
Only 5.
You have to have a roster, like that's how it is.
Women have it is extremely easy for them to rack up a body count. So when a man is trying to convince her to not just let every single man smash, why is that a problem? Why is that an issue? Right? I mean, if she is who she wants to be, right, then she doesn't want to get smashed by every single man anyway, because every single man is not going to take her serious. This is why it's important for women not to accept gifts from men that they are not interested in, but they can't help it. It just, like, things seem so great, especially when you can get things for free. But what they don't realize or count on is the damage, the trauma that they're racking up. Just think about it again. Is this woman, does she sound like she's full of life? Now, when it comes to pregnancy and having children, I can speak to you guys as a father, right? And as a father of 2, that high risk pregnancy thing is a real thing, because it's something you don't even think about until you're in that situation. Now it's like, okay, high risk. First of all, it's already scary enough when the woman first says that she's pregnant, unless the man did it on purpose, right? That's already a scary thought. But then it's a scary thought when you hear, oh my gosh, high risk pregnancy, and you don't even realize what it is. Now let's just say that your child is born with autism. You're going to go through a denial period, right? Then you may go through an acceptance phase, but the whole point of the matter is you were warned. This woman is trying to take the warning label off. And here's the thing. You can possibly have healthy children, but how is her health anyway? Is she taking care of herself? Is she working out? Is she eating right? Right? Like, these are things that matter, because as you get older, your body breaks down. That was the earlier example when I talked about Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe. Question: do women get the man that they actually wanted, and or do they complain about that same man? I want y'all to just think about that, because women are constantly complaining. This is why relationships are so hard. Well, when you add in social media, girls' trips, and all the other distractions that actually happen, people forget that this is a team sport. They get into thinking like, oh, okay, we can just do this by ourselves. So now it literally is survival of the fittest. Fellas, this is why your confidence is extremely important, because how else can you even think about surviving the next day? How can you even think about crossing the finish line if your confidence isn't there? Confidence is important, fellas. This is why I stress to you, meditation for at least 20 minutes a day. Exercise at least 3 days a week for at least 20 minutes to at least an hour, and then invest your money. Invest it in things that's going to give you a return. That way you always have money coming in, whether you're working or not. Most people will tell you, make sure you have passive income. And that is extremely important, because when you have that, passive income, meaning you don't have to work, you can go do whatever it is that you want to do. This is what women think about. Like, they see it, but they don't actually know how it's created. So, fellas, during this time, now that we're getting our confidence together, again, consistency, constantly do these things. Now, after you do that, adapt to dating, because it is completely different when it comes to loyalty, when it comes to exclusivity. You can pretty much ball them up and throw them away, because you ain't gonna get that from too many women nowadays. What they're loyal to is their own vanity. What they're loyal to is what they think they can get out of you. So again, fellas, it's important for you to handle your business. So adapt to stripper culture, because that's what we're in. This is the life that we're all living, whether we want to or not. It looks like we're moving towards an overcorrection, and that overcorrection may just involve robots, because everything else is already getting confusing to explain. People have to really sit down and try to understand what this person wants to be described as. So with all of these distractions going on, you must stay focused. You must get focused. Purpose, passion, those two things are important. They're vital to your success. They're vital to your life. Purpose breaks down into two things. You're a creator or you're a helper. But I do have a question for you guys. What do you think? Am I tripping? Did I hear these things wrong, or did I leave something out? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. I also want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hit that like button on the way out. Also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.